Welcome back to another episode of Tractor Roy. As always, my name is Trent. It's been a while. Hunting season's still been in full swing and still going until the end of March, actually end of April for various things, so I've been busy with that. These things have kind of taken a back seat this year. But things are slowing down enough that I'm going to start working on these things again. We got a bunch of parts ordered. Our main focus of today is going to be the Cub. We won't really talk about the BN, but I have some shorts done on it, but it's kind of like that A. I've just been stripping it down whenever I have time. My father-in-law's been doing it too, so hasn't been a whole lot of videos on that thing. And here is our pile of parts that we have. We got a new radiator cap. This one's longer. For whatever reason, you can see how short that one is compared to that one. Should seal up a little better. I don't remember. We're having an issue on this one. Either the coolant was coming out of the head right here, leaking something somewhere, or it was coming out the overflow. I'm pretty sure it was leaking out the head somewhere. But this should seal up that overflow a little bit better than this shorty. It didn't reach the bottom. We got a new set of points for our J4 mag. This mag works. This tractor does run, but may as well clean that up. They're cheap enough. We got some small parts for our carburetor. Just clean things up a little bit. What else we got here? Oh, oops. We have a reseal kit for our touch control. As you can see, we got some leaks going on here. So that should be able to fix our valve block and our pistons in that little guy. Then we got the head repair, or the head gasket kit. New head gasket, thermostat. I guess not thermostat, but going to the radiator. Coolant line. Looks like we've even got our valve cover. Oops, right there. Valve cover gasket. Is that leaking? Well, we got it. We may as well fix it, huh? And a couple other various parts. And it looks like this thing's kind of just been a little catch-all. There's a ballast resistor. That's for that Farmall 300 carb kit. Got to rebuild that. Pull that out of here. That's the PTO gasket set for our little BN. We're working on that thing here, so I got to move all this stuff out of the way. What else we got? Plug wire set. I don't remember if it was for this one or for this one or that 300. We just have, we have parts everywhere. So basically, I think I'm going to get this thing pulled out, pressure wash it off. I don't know if you guys care to see that. Oh, we also got a new steering wheel. That's already installed. You don't want to be having your hands get all dirty. You might have noticed it by now too. The tractors that we work on in here are like medium-term projects, I guess. They're not short-term, they're not long-term. It's not something that we're planning on doing several years down the road, but it's not something that needs done next week. It's probably like what a lot of you guys do too. But we kind of, like, these have been sitting in here for 8 months maybe, something like that. Something like that. So we go through and kind of check out what needs our attention on them. Like this. We got it running a while back, and then just go over it. Like, we noticed the touch control's leaking. It'd be nice to clean up the carburetor because this thing's been sitting. It'd be nice to do new plugs and wires just because they're cheap and it helps alleviate some problems. Same with that Magneto, just putting new points in there, at least inspecting and double checking stuff. After running it, we knew that something in the cooling system was leaking, but like I said, it was like 8 months ago, so I don't remember for sure. Things like steering wheel, the front tires on this don't match, and these are just, what are they, 14s, I think? They are super cheap, so, 12s. They're super cheap, so we may as well do it, and then we get rid of weather checking like that, and they match. Then we like to go through, these gauges are actually in pretty good condition, but, fix the wiring issues, make sure the generator is going to be charging everything up, new battery cables usually, getting the lights working. We like to throw LEDs on here. And I'm going to start, we have done 12 volt in the past, but we're going to start keeping it 6 volt and putting a little converter, little 6 volt to 12 volt converter, maybe stuffing it down here, and running 12 volt out to our lights, because those LED lights, oh, they make a world of difference compared to the halogen stuff. And I don't necessarily use, like this Cub won't necessarily be used at night, but it's nice to be able to. I mean, it might be fun to pull a hay rake with this thing, and then sometimes it just happens that you need to use it at night. And then like this BN, we've been going through stuff, and we like to drain all the fluids out, which reminds me we have to do that on this. This had some water in there, and then every seal on the PTO and every gasket was leaking, so we pulled off that sickle mower so we could pull all that. And it's one of those things, you start pulling stuff apart and then you find more stuff that you need to get. So we had all this PTO pulled off, found all that ice water in there, so then we pulled the transmission cover. That means we had to go get a new transmission cover gasket. We'll just use the right stuff on our final drive pans. That's not that big of a deal. We don't need a gasket for that. Need a new rear tire for this. That one's new. The front tire's good enough. This engine was stuck. We pulled the head, figured out that our sleeves were not going to be reusable. Otherwise, sometimes you can just free up those rings, or we could replace the rings. In this case, we just went and got a new piston and sleeve set. And that obviously comes with all the stuff, all the gaskets and stuff. We pulled the radiator off. Noticed there was a hole that they had JB welded. So I've got an extra radiator laying around, and I have a couple of parts ones. I have one that the core is smashed, but this neck is good. So maybe I try soldering that. We might try and JB weld it again because it looked like it was just old. But anyways, let's see. Our manifold was cracked or plugged up. What was the issue? Oh yeah, it's cracked. It's cracked right here. This has all got a bunch of water in it in the past. So, oh yeah, look at all that rust. So makes more sense just to get a new manifold for that. So like I said, this stuff really is on the back burner. Basically it's on the stove but on the back burner, so we like to get a whole list of parts. So like this last order, we got parts for three different tractors this time. It's just little things that we've needed. Oh, steering wheels for both of these and whatnot. Plans changed a little bit with this video. That's the BN that we're cleaning up instead of the Cub. The head and rocker arms all cleaned up. We'll spray some WD-40 on there just so it's not gonna rust. What I've been working on is our Magneto here. This is the Magneto off the BN. This is a International H4. This was used from, I think it started in 1939 all the way through into, well, probably once they stopped using magnetos. As long as it was a 4-cylinder, it probably used that. The Cubs used the J4, but pretty much all the letter series and into the hundreds, if they had a magneto, came with an H4. So this is my test bench. It might look a little goofy, but it works pretty dang well. So we just have our flange tightened up in the vise just to hold it steady. How these things work, as you spin this, there's an impulse drive in there for it to first start. That snaps it to get the coil building up some spark. Once it's running, then that impulse isn't working anymore. So out the coil, comes out here. You'll have a wire that goes over to your center cap. From the center cap, it goes through a carbon brush on a spring in here, and it hits the top of your rotor, travels out your rotor to the end here, and then depending on where it's at in the rotation, it'll send the spark out one of these plug ports, and then goes out your spark plug wire to your spark plug. Now, so I can test this thing, I have a wire coming straight off the coil. It's a little nasty, but it works. It comes off the coil, hits our spark plug. We got a little alligator clip on our electrode. As long as it's grounded somewhere on this, that's good. And then our wire comes back over to the housing. As long as it's on the housing on this side and somewhere on this piece of metal on this side and not touching here, then you'll be able to test your spark plug out. Now, you don't need an impact, but my little drill just didn't have enough oomph to get past that impulse. So throw it on here. Oh, we got a good spark. Try it again here. Nice, consistent. So this is a good mag. Everything on it's good. It cleaned up nicely. Ready to install on this BN. And I don't think I went over what all we got. So here is our engine kit. This is the new liners. Let's see what else. There's our rings right there. Right there. We got our new pistons installed. Comes with new wrist pins, pistons, and C-clips. What else? That's for our Massey Ferguson 65. That we already installed on the BN, the one that's appropriate. This is for our A transmission tower. Here's our gasket set. Comes with, I think I got a in-frame, so it'll come with oil pan gasket, head gasket, valve cover gasket, a couple of things for like the water neck and whatnot. And then we also got a new manifold. That's just sitting in a bag to get out of the way. Got the rebuild kit for our carburetor. Yeah. I'll admit this video is a little bit different than I was planning on. Hoping to do something on the Cub here, but it was a nice day. That BN is in worse shape dirt-wise. Like this, I can deal with the head, replacing that head gasket as it is. It's pretty clean. Once we get into the touch control, we'll need it pressure washed off. But one of those things, I may as well just get this fixed, drive it out, wash it off, and then yeah, take care of it from there. Anyways, I really wanted to get a video out. It's been way too long since I've done a couple of long form videos, and I want to get going on this stuff. We got, obviously, as you can see, tons of stuff to be working on. Still have more out in the tractor barn. I got more projects still to work on. I have all the haying equipment I got to get going. It's February now, but the haying season comes up quick, and it seems like I'm pretty dang busy all the time. So if you like this episode and want to follow along, hit that subscribe button down below. I'm going to try and throw these things under playlists. This will probably go under the BN playlist because we had a little bit more to do with that. Oh, also, I have more videos on rebuilding distributors. I don't know if I have an H4 mag video yet. If not, I've got a bunch of other parts mags. We'll get one set up, posted. So, anyways, thanks for following along on this one. Throw a comment down below if there's something you want to see, if there's something you like, and hit that thumbs up button. Helps out the channel a lot. And hope I'll catch you on the next one. Till then, thanks for watching Tractor Roy.